National Weather Service in Raleigh. It's Nick Petro with your Thursday morning weekly briefing here for Central North Carolina. Today's the 14th of November, Thursday, and we'll be talking about the weather straight through till about next Wednesday or so. All right, so let's take a quick look at the live weather situation, see what's going on here. And you could see there's a batch of rain, a much needed rain, I might add. Moving across the Carolinas at this time. And you can see the back edge of that rain is about roughly from Atlanta up towards Knoxville and points west. It's beginning to dry out. So we got a few more hours of rain to go. Not expecting anything heavy or impactful or severe. Just some light, maybe moderate at times. Much needed rain, actually. So we'll talk about that here in just a moment. So, all right, let's get back to our slides. And this pattern is being driven by an area of low pressure and a cold front moving through the region. So again, most places we'll see around an inch or so of rain, give or take, a quarter inch either side of that. So we get that system through here, then high pressure will move back in and really dominate our weather right through the weekend into early next week. There is going to be some moisture moving back into the area by the middle to latter half of next week. We'll deal with that later, but it doesn't look like a lot of rain or a big deal. But rain chances will return by the middle next week. So rain today and rain the middle next week and dry in between. And it'll be kind of cool, seasonable temperatures in the 60s this weekend, and then gradually moderating temperatures early next week into the lower 70s as high pressure moves offshore and we get more into a southerly flow. So this is a fairly low impact weather pattern. All right, so the rain I talked about earlier, I showed you the current situation. That's what's going on right now. You could see the batches of rain moving across the Carolinas. How will this play out in the next few hours? Well, this is a simulation, a radar simulations covering the rest of today. And you can see as we get into the early evening, the rain intensity could pick up a bit, especially from the triangle eastward. And you'll see this evening, there could be a few pockets of heavier rain, which again is much needed. So that's why we're thinking about an inch or so of rain. Again, give or take a quarter inch either side. The areas that see lighter amounts of rain or do not get under one of these moderate rain showers could see, 3/4 of an inch of rain. Or if you happen to get a pretty good downpour, you might get an inch and a quarter somewhere in that, but for the most part, most folks will see around an inch, okay? By midnight, it will be all east of the triangle and mostly east of I-95 and continuing to exit overnight, okay? So pockets, or however you want to describe it, off and on, or pockets or periods of off and on rain through the rest of today. That's what we have in the offing. All right. So in terms of severe thunderstorm potential, we can't rule out a clap or two of thunder, but any risk for more intense thunderstorm activity should be confined to the immediate coastal areas. And then beyond tonight, Friday right through the middle of next week, we're not really expecting any thunderstorm activity. All right, here's another way to convey how much rain we're expecting, the bulk of the rain today. And even though there's some rain painted on the screen there for Friday, most of that will occur overnight tonight into the very early hours on Friday. Most of Friday will be dry for most of Central North Carolina, and then dry Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. All right, so there's the 5-day totals that I've kind of already elaborated on. No flash flooding threats the next 3 days. And as I kind of alluded to earlier, we could use the rain. Here's the latest North Carolina drought update, and you could see, for the entire state, if you're not abnormally dry, you're probably in what's known as D1 moderate drought, and that's mainly roughly the I-95 corridor eastward is where the moderate drought is located. So, the rest of the state, basically from the triangle westward, is in what's known as abnormally dry. So again, we could use today's rain. Looking at the tropics, TD19 is what we've got down there. It's going to slowly move west and then northwest over the next couple of days. Right now, no impacts from 19 are expected across central North Carolina next week. We'll keep our eyes on it, but you could see the official forecast there in the middle of the screen. Kind of slow mover, and but will some of the remnant moisture find its way up here? There's a model or two out there that would suggest some of the remnant moisture or remnant rain gets up this far north, but the bulk of the models show the remnants of this staying to our south. We'll keep an eye on it. All right, in terms of the looking further down the road, the 8 to 14 day outlook shows equal chances for above or below temperatures and precip. So basically, odds do not favor above or below, both in the temperature and precip categories. All right, and then finally, this is our experimental graphical hazardous weather outlook, which at a glance can convey what weather hazards we can expect here in the coming, 6 or 7 days. And you can see all the little chiclets there are pretty much blank, except for lightning's highlighted for today. And again, that won't be a major threat. If there's a clap or two or thunder, don't be surprised, but most thunderstorms should remain well to our east. Okay, so all in all, a low impact period of weather. Again, much needed rain today, an inch or so of rain is possible for many places in central North Carolina. And then we turn dry, fair and seasonable weather for this weekend. Temperatures in the 60s for highs. Dry weather will continue for Monday and Tuesday, but it'll warm into the 70s for high, lower 70s for highs. That'll be nice. And then we could see rain chances increase by the middle of next week. So other than some wet roads today, low impact weather is expected during the next 5 to 7 days. Okay, so that's what we've got for central North Carolina for the next week or so.